folks, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Sam, and I'm joined by a couple of special guests for this segment. We've got Bilal from Brainseed Factory and Dieter from Head Up Games, and they're here to give us a look at Typoman. And we haven't shown any gameplay for this one yet, so I'm really excited to get into this one and show it off. Where would you like to get us started here?
Sure. Excuse me?
Oh, sorry, it's a little hard to hear up here. I was wondering what you'd like to do as far as getting us started here. Tell us a little bit about the game.
Okay, Typoman is a platformer that we've been working quite a while now on it. Its central theme is typography, as the name already suggests. And here you interact with letters instead of traditional things like weapons or buttons that you press. You solve puzzles by crafting words. That's your real power in the game.
Yeah, and I think we don't want to go too much into detail about the story, but I will say I think it's really interesting how that concept works with your story. And I think when people play it and they have a chance to get into the story themselves, it's a really interesting interplay for like how you've established this mechanic. And I think we can jump in and show a little bit of gameplay too, yeah? Sure. Awesome. So the first thing I think will really hit people when they see this game is it's got a really, really distinct aesthetic. The way that letters are worked into so many little details, and it's kind of a frightening place that we start off here. Can you tell us a little bit about how you developed the look of this area and this world?
Yeah, of course. The game has a certain premise, and everything you see in the design has been handcrafted. To tell this story. You're basically playing a character where you yourself are made out of letters, and everything has to do with the story. You're the hero of the story. You have to overcome all these traps and monsters, but all you have is all you can do actually is move letters around and craft new words. So what you have to do is examine the situation you're in and then come up with the right word that solves your problem. In this case, you wanted to raise the platform to advance.
Yeah, I love how you worked the tutorial into the initial gameplay here, where you're really learning how to use these letters to your advantage as you're progressing through. And even the subtle touches, like the ladders being little like capital H's lined together.
Yeah. We didn't want to use traditional means to tell how to control the letters. I mean, language is an essential part of the game, obviously, and so the text, everything you have to do is integrated in the game world. As you have read when we came to the scene, you have to craft new words. So in this situation, a gate is blocking your way, and you have some letters lying around, and if you think about the word that solves your problem here, it's you want to lower the gate, so you craft the word down.
So I think it's really interesting with the design of the character here. His letters actually spell hero when you look at him really carefully.
Exactly.
It's
H
such a neat design.
Is the legs, and the E is the upper body, the R is the arm, and the O is the head. And if you look carefully, you will see that he's missing a second arm. And you're basically on the quest to find this second arm in the game. And when you find it, you will turn into something else. But you're going to find out in the full game later. There will be lots of surprises, too. The puzzles that you encounter are deadly. They can become a trap.
Oh, you just kind of squished into like goo.
Exactly. So it again will block your way, and you have to think about how you can solve it, what's at your disposal. And if you look carefully at the sign, you would have seen that this S is shaking a little bit, so you have to let the trap smash the ground. So you have an S now. When you put it in the right spot, it becomes straps.
I think it's so interesting looking at this. I mean, besides the traditional game challenges of designing these puzzles and these obstacles for players to figure out, you had the additional challenge of finding words that would also work for these challenges. Like there, you needed one where it would work in 2 different directions and you could change it to something as well.
Yeah, believe me,
it
took a long time to come up with all these puzzles. And here's the first time you encounter an enemy that is also made of words. All the aesthetics of the game and the characters has something to do with letters and words. In this case here, a hate monster that tries to hunt you down, and it wants to rip your head off.
Oh, oh, that's brutal.
Because it hates you so much, obviously.
It's a really cool design, though. I love just how monstrous it looks. It's really neat, especially considering what a basic shape it has, really. It's just this sort of a silhouette, but it communicates a lot of brutality.
Yeah, like I said, you don't fight these monsters with traditional means and weapons. In this case, you need to lure him into the crush platform. This is the way how to overcome monsters.
That's really cool. I think, yeah, the design with like the multiple levels back here too. It's just such a spooky place. And here we have a little sort of sensor eye up there as well. A
sensor, yeah. It's also a hint for the story. You're basically playing a hero who is a symbol for writers who write for truth and freedom in all times and spaces and places, and especially in times of tyranny and oppression. And censorship is also part of tyranny. So this is obviously a hint at, with many other hints that would tell you more about the story.
So can you tell us more about the machine here that all the letters are coming out of?
Yeah, it's a puzzle where you, again, have to think about how to overcome this obviously way too fast crush machine. So to come up with the right word, you need to think about what you want to achieve. You want to stop it or slow it down. So craft the word slow, or we would have been able to craft other words as well that will lead to the same solution, to the same result, which is stopping the machine.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting since there are multiple solutions to different puzzles that you've got here. Just seeing what words. Oh, that did not go well.
Yeah, the hero is made of ink, so he dissolves when he jumps
not
into
your
water.
Friend. Good to know. But
there is a hint. If you combine the letters that are hanging on the ropes, you will see that you have to add something to the word drain by swinging on the ropes until the word rain changes into drain. The rain stops and the water is drained.
Oh, that's really cool. And can't go back that way, I can see now, so it's only forward. So how challenging was it finding words that would work for you as the puzzle elements that you needed as you're working on the game?
Well, you have to think around the corner when you come up with puzzles like these. I mean, you have to put an obstacle in the way of the hero and then think about how you will have him solve this puzzle, and think about all the possible solutions that are available at this situation.
Oh, that looks cool. So can you tell us a little bit more about the character that we're seeing over here?
This is another character that is a friendly character. It's something like a guardian angel, and it wants to give you what you are searching for, which is your missing arm.
Oh. I will say, for a little guy with one arm, he's been doing a very good job of swinging around here. But getting his other arm back would be nice. Oh, that looks cool. Whoa.
Yeah, this is the first time you encounter this giant evil demon that controls the world that you're trapped in, and obviously we'll have to fight him at some point in the game.
Hopefully a little later on. That looks a little intimidating. So can you tell us a bit more about the art style that you have here? Because it's got a really distinctive look, and I think it works really well with the really simple typography that you're working with.
Yeah, the art style, we wanted to have typography as the central theme, and we didn't want to use any traditional means, because it wouldn't be Typoman if you would solve puzzles in another fashion. So
it's really cool.
Everything has to do with typography, and
I heard that there was maybe something else that you had to show off. an infinity room that we can
Exactly.
check out?
We added a level here because we wanted to show it for the first time to the audience. It's not available in the downloadable demo version, so we were working on it to become an example for a more advanced puzzle.
Cool. That sounds great.
Now we're going to hand it over because we're going to show something which we only show behind closed doors so far. I thought it would be a good occasion, but he's better in playing than I am, so I'm actually handing it over to him.
Cool.
So this is what we call the writer's blockade. You're trapped in the room. The room itself is a trap, basically.
And I can see there's some letters scattered around, but they're pretty far out of reach, it looks like, right now.
These are the letters that will help you basically escape the room that you're trapped in. But if you try to go backward, you will see that you reappear at the other side.
And I see that there's several sensors, it looks like, here. I can see, it looks like 2 of them have the red eye open, but the other 2, I guess they're not active right now. It looks like they don't have the red to them right now.
Some are active, some are not. And
oh, wow.
When you try to push letters in the area of the sensor, it will destroy it. So what you have to do here is overcome your fear and jump into the pit.
Cool.
And then you will see that it helps you escape, or rather craft the word escape, because this is the word that you are searching for.
Ah, I see. So you have to get all the letters for escape actually in the same place before you're actually able to get out of here.
Yeah. When you see, when you pull the lever, something happens, and you have to carefully observe what exactly happens. You toggle the sensors, you switch the doors, and this is how you need to find out how to use this combination to bring the letters to the center, because that's where you want to craft the new word. If you push the letter in the area of the sensor, obviously you cannot. So this is a bit tricky, a bit brain-teasing.
Yeah, it seems like it would take a lot of trial and error here to figure out exactly what combination of steps you have to finish, because you want to make sure that the right sensors are turned off so I can actually get the letters past them, and also making sure that these doors that are coming up and down are out of the way in the right order so you can actually get the letters together.
That's right.
So that looks like if one of the letters is destroyed, it returns to its original spawn point, so you're going to have to go all the way back to get it again.
Start over, yeah.
Cool.
But after a while, you will see that the lever in the upper level will do something different than the lever in the lower level. And then you have to find out in which combination you need to toggle them so that you're able to move the letter without the sensor having it destroyed. So again, if I push it here, it will be destroyed, and then I would have to start over and
Yeah, it seems really worthwhile to figure out exactly what the range of these sensors is, because it seems like there's certain times where maybe you can sneak by them, but if you're too close, and you just have to kind of get a sense of what that range is that they're actually going to pick you up.
Yeah.
And I see now it's off. Nice.
So I turned off the sensor now. I'm going to try to go there.
Oh, it's getting close.
I've played it a couple of times, but still I have to think very much.
I know, it's weird playing games up here, too. It's just ignore all of the people. It's a different kind of environment.
It is.
And this, it's going to be coming out later this year, right?
Yeah, we're hoping that we are going to release it in 3 or 4 months, hopefully.
Awesome.
It's a Wii U exclusive title. Yeah, and we've...
So it looks like you've got all the letters, just a matter of reordering them now. Oh, it's getting close. Nice.
It's a Wii U exclusive title, and we're going to be using the gamepad for with the gameplay, for example, for rearranging letters.
Oh, nice. So that's something hopefully we can show off another time, too.
Yeah.
And I like that they have that little response, so you can see when letters are together with something that might actually activate as a word. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that is very cool. So
now
I guess,
you were able to escape the blockade.
Nice. Well, one thing that's worth mentioning here, this game is part of our Nindies at Home program. So folks who are watching, if you want to try out this demo, it's going to be there. And if you download the demo, I think the week of E3 we've got it active. There's actually a 15% discount when the game comes out. So I know I'm going to get this one when I get home. I just actually have to fly home so I can be near my Wii U and start downloading all the games. Awesome. But thank you so much for stopping by. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about this game as we wrap up?
Sorry, come again. I don't. It's really noisy here.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, we've got a lot going on in the booth here. Just wondering if there's anything else you'd like to tell us about the game as we wrap up.
Yeah, we've been really happy on the whole development of the game. In the beginning, the game was really, the word was made out of letters, but it switched in design later on. And now it's really, like, we're looking so much forward to this reveal all the puzzles. I mean, you saw a little bit glimpse of the more sophisticated puzzle, like in the end, in the Infinity Room. But these guys have tons of great ideas, which I'm really looking forward. Even us as the publisher, we know only half of it by now. So we're really excited to see what these guys will deliver.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to seeing more of this, especially as you get closer to release, and maybe we can show off a little bit more of the puzzle play. But I can see this getting really complex, especially when we get into like longer, more complex words, and then more kind of like complex puzzles as well. I think it's going to be really interesting. Cool. Well, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by and giving us a look at this game. And again, this is available on Nindies at Home, so if you would like to check it out, just download it on your Wii U. Thanks so much. And folks who are watching, please don't go anywhere. In a few moments, we'll be back with some more gameplay, so stay tuned. Thank you.